intro there. Here we go. Just to take the coupler off, take the trim tabs off on the right side and left side. Some versions may not have that. It's to access to the screws to remove the. We got to take the whole panel off, so you got to get those screws out to get that uh, panel out of the way, so we get the whole cabinet off. Some models will have screws in the back. You won't have those trim pieces. So if you don't see those trim pieces, just there's two in the back, just behind those. Flip that back like the hood on a car. Disconnect the lid switch. Just little tab there, pull it out. And then these little clips, put a screwdriver in there, as you can see. And just do like I'm doing there. They pop right out. They're weird little things. First time I saw those, I didn't know what to do with those. But then once you see it, then okay, it makes sense. Cabinet comes right off. That's what's nice about these. Your coupler is right behind. There's your white pump. There's the motor behind that, and we need to get to that. And everything just snaps together. It's nice. Just pop that out with a pocket knife or screwdriver. Pull that out, and I stick my screwdriver in there to hold that out of the way. A little trick I learned a long time ago. I think I'll patent that. They just disconnect the motor wires there. This is a 3-speed, so I had two connections, one 2-wire connection and then the main connection. Most of the time it's just the one main connection. 1/4-inch screws to get the next brackets off. You won't always see those, but it's getting more popular. Pop those out with a screwdriver. Just snaps together. That pulls right out, and there is your coupler. This one actually wasn't bad, but I went ahead and did that just for training purposes. So that just pops off with the screwdriver. Same thing, get behind it, just wedge it out. They don't always come off that easy, but you can get them off. And then when you put the new one on, there's 4 grommets on the motor. Sometimes they stay in the tranny. Make sure those rubber grommets are all there. I'm kind of pointing to it, but I'm out of frame. And then I put the coupler. I line up one of the 3 legs at 12 o'clock, and so it goes. So when you put it in, it'll go right into the rubber grommet in between the coupler. And then you just snap it back together. Put the 2 motor clips on, as I'm doing here. You can do them with your hands. I have small hands, and I can do it, but it takes a lot of effort to squeeze those on, so I use channel locks. And putting the 1/4-inch back in. I found out a drill driver with all the little attachments makes it much faster. Plug in the wires on the side, the main wire harness, and also if you have a 3-speed, the other wires. There's When I say other wires, it's 2 wires with a plug, just a quick disconnect with 2 wires. And putting the pump back on. You line it up with you'll see when you're looking at it, there's 2 flat spots on there that grab onto the pump. So I'm just getting those lined up. And just snap those back on, and your coupler's in. You're just about done. We just have to put the cabinet on after this. And then just slide that right on. There's 4 tabs on the bottom of the washer. On the frame, there's 4 tabs that stick up, and there's 4 slots on the cabinet. So make sure it's on those slots. The front ones go on automatically when you put it on usually. The back ones, you got to play with it to get it lined up. But when you're facing the back, just you can see if everything's all square and plumb and lined up with the back panel. And then here's those weird looking little clips. They're very strange looking, and if you don't know how to put those on, so see where the bend is on there, and you just push down, and it locks right into place. Oops, I forgot to edit that part out, but that's okay. We're putting the cabinet on twice, and then here's the right side there. Push that down with the palm of your hand. Just snap that back into the place, or your lid switch wires. Then just flip this down on the side. There's 2. See, those 2 go down and back. They're kind of L-shaped. You can't see it from that angle, but you go down, straight in, and then push back on both sides. Then it's locked into place. And then to hold it there, we put the screws back in. the trim pieces, snap them on, line them up, snap them on, and you are done. And that is it. Thanks for watching.